Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Faith Spotlight. Joining me today is Sean Lynn of God Squad Canada. And we're going to be talking about, Sean, the upcoming men's conference in Calgary. So tell me a little bit about the theme this year and when and where it's going to be held.
It's Way to the Father is the theme, and we're going to be at Ascension Parish in the Northwest. It's March 22nd, 23rd, and that's why I'm in the vehicle. I got the postcards and stuff. I'm going to go out and start delivering posters and postcards. So
Always on the go. So tell me just a little bit about the theme and why it was chosen and what that entails.
we were talking around different themes, and Jesus showed us the way to the Father is through picking up our cross and following him. And a lot of people don't understand suffering and how to embrace that. One of the most powerful scenes I found in that The Passion of the Christ, the Mel Gibson movie, was when Simon of Cyrene understood and embraced the cross to help Jesus carry it. And men need to understand their role in finding the way to the Father and setting that example.
Yeah. So tell me just a little bit about who some of the speakers will be this year at the conference.
We're blessed to have a young man compared to us, at least, and he is actually he's the same age as my oldest child. So John Lee John Leonetti. He's a dynamic young speaker out of the Midwest, and I get to hang around with him quite a bit as he's also one of the leadership coaches for the Catholic Men's Leadership Alliance. And then we have the Seeds of the Word doing a presentation, which I'm going to be part of, that I think will be extremely powerful and moving. I think it'll be an experience that men will, I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but it will be extremely meaningful for them.
So who are the seeds?
The Seeds of the Word are a religious community uh, here in Calgary. They're part of a larger organization, and 2 years ago they had brothers come and join them. So we've got two of the brothers joining us as speakers this year to help with our presentation, and they help God Squad a number of times, and we support them too because they're living that poverty with their orders. So we enjoy feeding the seeds on a regular basis.
So Sean, what else is going on at the conference beyond the speaking?
Well, there's the fellowship is always what we strive to encourage. We want men to connect because that is one of the biggest issues in today's society is men are isolated and alone, and they don't feel like they have connections. And when we can help men make those connections, they're much healthier, which in turn makes their family healthier, which in turn makes the church healthier. So that's where our heart and all our uh, energy goes to, is encouraging men.
Hmm. Okay. Um, Also, the past conferences have always had the time for confessions. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, yeah, and this will be happening again this year. We'll have hopefully half a dozen or more priests available. It's a great time, especially our conference this year is the weekend of Palm Sunday, so we're right up against
Mm.
Easter, and it's a powerful time within the Catholic Church to renew that yourself to God through the sacrament of reconciliation. And men need to understand just how powerful that sacrament is and how life-giving it is, because uh, they can unload everything that they carry unnecessarily and just give it to God and walk out anew and fresh.
Hmm.
And then, of course, we're going to have Spalumbo sausages, because what would be a God Squad conference without Spalumbo sausages?
Men and
And
sausages.
yeah, and I'm talking to Tony, and we're going to see if we maybe can't have a God Squad flavor this year. So,
Oh, that's cool. All righty. So, give me a little bit of the history of the men's conference, Sean. When did it first start?
well, we did our very first one in 1998. It was 4 police officers that saw a need on the street. Steve Wood back then was doing St. Joseph's Covenant Keepers, which he just started, and we said we'd host one. And it's grown from there, where we've now have men from all walks of life supporting our mission on the board, and just trying to reach where God Squad is taking new steps, where we're trying to not only reach the diocese of Calgary but beyond, and across Canada, so that men feel like they're not alone. And by setting up, we're encouraging the small men's groups as well at the conference, so that men don't leave there on this mountaintop high and then are left high and dry the rest of the year. So we want to encourage them to find other brothers to walk with during the year.
Hmm. Okay, great then. What are the typical things you hear following a conference, and the experiences that men have by attending these?
Oh, we've had so many different ones over the years. That's what keeps us going. Just, you know, one man found a church and got his marriage blessed, and just started getting more involved in church. We've had guys. It really helps in the family, because we hear back from wives quite often as to how they appreciate the God Squad conference, and the difference that it makes for men to come together and share and bond, and then go away renewed in the mission that God is giving them, because God has given each one of us our own mission to complete. And when you know you're not alone, it's a lot easier to fulfill your mission.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I know there's been a push in recent years to sort of attract a younger demographic to these. How has that been going?
Well, I remember this is a few years ago. Steve Wood mentioned at our 20th annual conference that he's spoken all over North America, and ours is the youngest crowd he's seen. And we continue to strive to drill down, and so that we don't have men like me with gray hair saying, I wish I'd done that. We have younger men saying, this is what I'm going to do. And one of our selling points is students get in for $10. And the easiest way to sell to university students, all the Spalumbos you can eat for $10, and you get
Oh,
confession and talks. So
you can't beat that deal anywhere.
no, no. Actually, it was funny. One guy was saying that just the other day, was that's why he came, and now he's become a regular, and yeah. So
All right, super. So, Sean, people want to get more information on this and how to register. Where should they go?
godsquad.ca, and follow the links to the conference registration, and pray for us, and we will be praying for you. And yeah, we're excited about where God's leading us right now, and this is just one of the steps, is the conference, and we're hoping to build from there.
Yeah. One last thing before I go, if you can talk, Sean, about the role that Saint Joseph plays in all this.
He's been with us from the very beginning. I'm He's a good friend of mine. He walks with me wherever I go. So we started the St. Joseph Novena for our very first conference, not knowing what we were doing. And for the first few years, when we were struggling putting it all together, there'd be envelopes in my in my mailbox with cash, and he's such a strong role model that says nothing. He does it by his actions.
Hmm.
He got up and did the will of God, and that's what we're called to do, especially in today's world where men are need not apply, as it were, because we're painted as toxic masculinity and everything, where we need men to show that fatherly love, show that joy of being part of the gospel, that joy. Men need to show that. We don't have to say a lot. We just got to go do it.
Yeah, you bet. And we can start doing it by attending the upcoming men's conference. Thanks, Sean, for joining us today.
Thanks, Mario, for having me, as always.
All right, that was Sean Lynn of God Squad Canada talking about the upcoming men's conference in Calgary. I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Faith Spotlight. Thanks for joining us today.